Are you ready to break your dependency on Google? Well, whether you are or whether you aren't, you need to stay tuned to this week's episode of the Inside BS Show because we've got the expert on how to attract clients without needing the big G. Ready to hear more? Join me for this episode of the Inside BS Show. Hey now, it's Dave Lorenzo, and today's conversation is with a true expert in marketing. She gets inside the head of her clients' clients, understands how they think, and then helps her clients attract their clients like a magnet. If I haven't said the word clients enough, you're going to get to understand that this is all about the people who depend on you. So please join me in welcoming Hema Day to today's Inside BS Show. Hema, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I am more than excited to be here, Dave. You have so much energy about this show. Inside BS is the perfect fit for me. I am the
Well, thank
BS
you.
queen. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So what I tried to convey in that show opening was that you do a deep dive into every client's client experience, and that's how you help them connect with people who are the exact fit for their business. Now, I could call you a marketing consultant. I could call you a business strategy consultant. I could call you a technology enabler. But what you really do is you get inside the heads of people who buy from the people who engage you, and you help them attract the ideal client because they will learn through you to think like their ideal client. Did I capture that correctly?
100%. I think that, one of my famous questions is, Hema, can you read minds? And I think I can. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a clairvoyant or anything like that, but I think biobehavior with the help of AI, we're going to get deeper into this. It gives, and also, Dave, I'm an empath. I have a high empathy radar. So I think that the trick now is to really cut through the noise, get to the point of how people are thinking and buying, and connect the dots with what you can provide as a solution. So yes, that's what I do.
Okay, so if you're looking for Hema Day, and I'm putting her name up on the screen right now so that you know how to spell it, you can Google Hema Day. You'll see a website that maybe talks a little bit about SEO. You'll see a website that talks a little bit about marketing. You'll see a website that talks a little bit about strategy. Hema weaves them all together. And essentially what she does is she's a shortcut to your ideal client. So Hema, explain in your own words, because I've done it now a couple of times, explain in your own words how you help the people who are your clients.
At the end of the day, people come to me when they feel like they need a new website, or they're falling out with the SEO agency, incumbent SEO agency, or social media teams, because most business owners, as you know, Dave, they look at the ROI, the return on investment. And if it's not working out from a business standpoint, money in the bank, profit, then what's the point in doing all of that, right? I mean, we're in this to make some money. And so my first go-to is I say, what are your profit centers? And then I go, who are your target audiences? But more importantly, who are your competitors? So that we can set the combat landscape, and marketing is a war game. And if you don't understand all these three elements and where you're going to make your money, then I parachute in and say, well, you don't really need this kind of a website, or you need a website, but the role of the website is quite different from where it needs to be. So I guess that proprietary process, Dave, that I'm really proud of, that I've put together, is called SEO to sales. So we're not about just saying, oh, we got you on page one, woohoo. But page one for what? Are you getting leads? Are you getting calls? Are you answering those phone calls? I'm really hot on that. I think a lot of people don't know how to answer phone calls these days. So it's an end-to-end solution on business growth, but it comes with both the marketing theories the technology piece, but at the end of the day, how people think and buy.
I love that approach because you're not just delivering the leads to them, you're also helping them think about how to convert those leads into clients.
Yes.
And your part on the front end is always fine-tuning that so they get their ideal clients. Did you start off by helping people with traditional search engine optimization?
Yes, back in the day, I started my company in 2006, Dave. Back in the day where keyword stuffing was just like, whoa, let's get on with it. Let's buy some backlinks. That was a field day for SEO technicians. Marketers were crippled. They were kicked to the curb because that creative piece on how people think and buy didn't matter. I love where we are at today. Fast forward, yes, reduce your dependency on G, the big G, because we are forced now not to just think about keywords, but we're also forced not to think about search intent. And guess what, Dave? We've got like buyers with money. The oldest Gen Z is turning 28 this year. The oldest millennial is turning 44 this year. The oldest Gen Xer is turning 60 this year. Now, the youngest baby boomer is 61, and in 4 years, they're exiting the marketplace. So, decision-making, buying, in terms of decision-making in B2B, in the B2B space, B2C, they might still be in there, but how people search for answers to their problems and make decisions has shifted greatly.
I am thrilled to hear that we are now in an age where the buying intent is the number one thing that's going to drive search results. Mm-hmm. And I want to explore that with you because as somebody who's a belly-to-belly salesperson, right, my focus for my entire career has been get in front of these people, see what they need, see what their problem is, and help them find a solution, even if it doesn't involve me.
Correct.
So I always was seeking the buyer's intent from the beginning. And for me, the people who could game the internet were cheaters. They were always big cheaters. I always thought SEO was a big cheat because it's taking people who, quite frankly, don't care about the buyer's intent and putting stuff in front of them saying, well, I know you wanted this, but this is what you really need, so you should have this. And I game the system to put this in front of you. And because it's in front of you, you think you need it now. So go ahead and buy it. And then when they have that buyer's remorse or when they try the solution and it doesn't work, they think to themselves, well, the internet is broken. Or, I was searching for the wrong thing. When the reality was the technology was always trying to put in front of them what they were looking for, but the people on the other end were gaming the system.
Correct.
Right? Yes. So now, although all these people are intimidated by what's coming is actually what you should have been looking for in the first place. And I want to talk about how you're talking about AI now, because you're talking about AI in a way where it's going to give you what you really want. So be prepared when you put it in. It doesn't matter if it's a proprietary AI model, if it's Gemini, if it's ChatGPT. They're all going to be designed to understand what you want and to surface what you want versus surfacing what the gaming algorithm is trying to provide you. Is that right?
Yes, 100% right. Now,
thanks for listening to this edition of the Inside BS Show. My name is Dave Lorenzo. If you'd like to apply to be a part of our community, please join us by completing your application directly with me on the phone. You can call me at 786-436-1986, 786-436-1986. I can't wait to speak with you. Join us by calling me today.